Hi, favored ones. Welcome to Soul Talk. Our guest for today is Leshara Maniego. And actually, I'm quite excited to have her here with me. I know that for the month of May, the guest lineup is all entrepreneurs, or at least related to selling and business. But, Leshara is a starseed, an intuitive, a clairvoyant, psychic trainer, and speaker. And she also has her business. But later we'll go more deeply into that as we get to know her journey. She's very, very deeply connected to the angelic realms and higher dimensions. And, she uses this gift, this connection to heal and help others, of course, through the grace of the Holy Spirit. So let's all welcome Leshara to our podcast blog. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you.
Hello, Miss Brendy. Long time no see. And thank you so much again for inviting me here. It's such an honor to be part of your show. And I've been watching your shows before previously. And I know it's very nice that I'm a part of this. Thank you so much.
Ano naman to di ba? Kung however the spirit calls the guest, di ba? I just invite and, I follow the call naman. And of course, actually when I got your name, when your name entered my mind, I was like, would you be open to this? But then I'm so glad that you have said yes. Actually, for the favored ones, for those who are part of my community, I've met Leshara, I think that was 2017, if I'm not mistaken, when she just started Ascension Vortex. And me and my friend joined one of the first few workshops that she has created. And life went on, her journey took her somewhere very special, mine included, ibang journey. But right now, I am so happy to reconnect with her and have her here in Soul Talk. Pero kamusta ka na nga ba? Let's talk about that. Kamusta ka na? Where do you pour most of your energy?
Everything is good right now. I'm just really busy with being a mom kasi wala kami helper. So every day, yung chores and being with the kids, taking care of the kids in the house. And at the same time, I'm very busy with Ascension Vortex, like you said. It's where I offer my spiritual services and consultation. So it's more on intuitive work. And then plus my Orgone business and also writing because I'm also an author. So I'm also working on my next book. And then aside from that, the business that I'm handling is Orgone Technology. And Orgone Technology is fairly new. I just set it up last year and it's been good ever since. So it's been a year now.
I know it's actually you started with workshops, diba? And then offering your services. But then eventually the journey has, led you into selling. What made you choose Orgone products? Could you talk more about that? Kasi ako very little ang knowledge ko about it eh.
Entrepreneurship kasi has really been in my family kasi yung father ko was a businessman most of his life when he was still here. And I got a lot of inspiration watching them putting up the business and how to handle that. So bata pa lang ako, I've been very exposed on how to sell. Actually, nag-sell ako before sa mga trade shows, sa mga mall with my family. And I was just 12 at the time. So it was really ingrained in my spirit already. And as I grew up, I was also into selling other products as well. So I was into baking and other things. And then eventually, I finally developed my own business, which is the Orgone Technology. So itong Orgone Technology is more on advanced healing technologies that have been suppressed for a long time. So Orgone was founded by Dr. Reich in the 1930s, pero he was really scrutinized at that time. So isa siya sa mga students ni Sigmund Freud, and he developed this he actually founded this energies, this subtle energy that is all around us. So I'm sure familiar na rin po kayo sa chi, di ba? So the
Yes.
chi, yes, so yun din siya. It's the accumulation of chi or ki. And what it does is that the technology accumulates that and channels it to the body through different metals and organic materials. So that's what Orgone technology is all about. It's about creating products based on the research of Dr. Reich, but of course with more innovations as well. So, syempre mas modernized na, mas maganda na yung materials, and they're more sustainable than before. So it's more on whole body healing, holistic healing.
Are you the one who's also creating it, producing it, or parang talagang you
I really designed, yeah. I designed the prototype for it, yes. Kasi what I did was I researched about the Orgone products of Dr. Reich, and then yung mga patents niya before, inaral ko siya. And so I created my own version of those. Parang kinuha ko lang yung template, and then I designed my own way on how to do it. And fortunately, meron na tayong mga materials ngayon kasi we use metal fibers in the products. And this was not really available before. So, kaya natagalan din yung process ko. I've been thinking about Orgone ever since 2018.
Wow.
And ang tagal nung development niya because hindi pa available yung materials dati that I was envisioning it to be. But now, yun nga, it's very, sustainable na siya in a way that it's more accessible for people.
Amazing talagang nakita mo na siya even before, even if wala pa yung materials that you would need for this particular product.
Yes, because I was really thinking of the raw materials that would be kumbaga, that would last for a long time. Kasi at that time, they only used, steel wool, yung mga ganyang stuff.
Oo.
But I really wanted it to be incorporated in the fabric itself.
No, that's amazing. Pero in terms of, introducing it to the market, did you have a hard time? Kasi you have your ongoing naman yung services mo, yung healing services and the consultations that that you offer, and then here this is a new baby project that you've been conceptualizing. Was it immediately embraced by the market? Was it welcomed?
Yes, actually, it was immediately embraced. I got a lot of pre-orders prior to the first batch of the Orgone technology. So yung first batch namin, it was just 50 pieces, and then tuloy-tuloy na, ngayon nasa fourth batch na kami. And then a lot of people supported the product because it came to be because I was looking for a solution for people who needed long-term healing, like cancer patients or recoveries from accidents. So itong mga tao na to, they really can't afford going back for sessions, for healing sessions again and again, and it would be very tedious for them. So I wanted to develop this product para madala nila yung healing at home, and they don't need a healer anymore, and the effects are more consistent, kumbaga. They don't need someone else anymore. So it was very convenient for the consumers para hindi na rin sila gastos ng gastos. Kasi in face value, it's not really, it's a little pricey for the product itself, but yung benefits niya long term, mas malaki yung may babalik kasi mas marami kang gagastusin if you if you support pharmaceutical products or healings that are not natural. So ito kasi, it just brings back your body into the natural healing state.
Wow. So most of your clients are the ones who combine the traditional Western medicine plus the Eastern or yung I'm not sure na minsan kasi kahit naman sa West meron din sila yung maybe the more
Yeah.
medical or scientific way of healing versus the holistic kind of healing. So those
Well,
are your clients?
well, I don't really want to separate this kind of healing dun sa
Mm-mm.
product ko, traditional healing, because it's very scientifically backed also.
Mm-mm.
It's because the way on how the materials work together in order to accumulate that energy, that subtle energy nga yung chi na tinatawag natin. So it also is scientific in a way, but
Yes.
I guess some people haven't really seen that connection on how spirit connects to science. And the thing is, we are heading towards the era wherein we are merging those two things. And this is a good way to introduce these products and these healing modalities para umalis na tayo dun sa kumbaga hindi sustainable or hindi they are not focused on healing the root causes of the diseases. It's more on just alleviating the symptoms if you are basing your healing on pharmaceutical medicine, in my opinion.
There are different takes on that but whatever works, diba? Sometimes the power of belief and yung hope that it brings, that's also powerful. But this
Yes,
is another option for people. Even those who are healthy, hindi lang naman to pang may sakit, di ba?
yes, opo. Kasi it also helps with with insomnia, when you're tired or you just want to regenerate yourself. It also helps people. Kahit sa mga meditations, it can help you deepen your meditation kasi it automatically balances all your chakras and all your body systems. So what happens is all the cells of your body are brought back to its natural vibration. So the thing is, each cell of our body, yung mga cells natin at sa organs natin, they all vibrate at a specific frequency. And when they slow down or they are not in the specific frequency, dun tayo nagkakasakit. So ang ginagawa po ng product is to put it back to the normal vibration.
That's beautiful. When you started this, was there ever a time when you had doubts if people would actually embrace it or welcome it?
No, the calling was very strong for me. My belief in the product and the science itself is very strong. That's why I guess it also helped me push, even if there are hesitations. I mean, from the standpoint of other people, because it's something new. It's something that is not really fully embraced yet. But I think I'm very clear on my purpose, on why I'm here. I'm here to create something that is not ordinary, or it's something that is outside the box. So embodying that spirit made me have that confidence and that strength to push through this project.
Oo. You are definitely divinely guided in this one. Were there any situation na nakita mo na parang medyo challenging for you, or was everything just smooth sailing?
It was challenging at first. Like I said, diba, nag-start ako 2018, and at that time I didn't have the funds to create my prototype and to create the products kasi it's a little pricey to make because of all the materials, the raw materials. So sabi ko no na I hit a dead end. Sabi ko, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs get discouraged when they can't create what they want to create because of the lack of funds. But I just really trusted the divine timing. I said, sige, maybe it's not time yet to bring this out. Kaya hindi rin ako binibigyan ng means on how to make it yet. So I just allowed that to happen and I focused on other things. And then later on, ayun na, I came back to it. And then it just started to boom. And I'm just very lucky that there are also other people helping me because they are also aware of the science of it. So marami ding ibang nagsasabi or nag-share na this product really works for a lot of people. Kasi even if you study the orgone itself, it's very controversial, especially if you just Google it. A lot of people will say that it's fake, na parang hindi naman yan totoo. Kasi nga, kinulong actually si Dr. Reich eh. He was imprisoned because of this product. But of course, ngayon, I believe na hindi na ganun yung mga mangyayari because yun nga, we are stepping into a new era already. But ayun nga, I think that moving forward, this will be more embraced and it will be more accessible for people, not just through orgone technology, but worldwide din.
Are there other producers rin of orgone? Kasi I'm not familiar with it so much, but then I've heard of it. So alam ko na meron din mga iba who sells it, but I don't think they're the ones who actually produce it themselves. Parang you're the first person I've heard who actually produces it. And parang who created it on their own.
Years ago, I found a company who made orgone blankets, but this is in abroad. Tapos, sobrang mahal niya. Like, it's times 3 the price that we give it. Yeah. So, yun, parang, I'm not sure if they're still operating until now. And I think the most popular variation of the orgone technology are the orgonites, yung mga resin type of...
Yes, that's the one.
The clear resin types with metals inside and crystals. But yung iba kasi doon, hindi na siya yung traditional way on how to do it eh. So it's not really effective anymore, especially those that have few metals. Yung parang puro crystals na lang. And the thing is, for it to be considered as orgone, it has to have more metals, at least 50% metals in it. So hindi na siya naka-pattern dun sa original na patent ni Dr. Reich. So yun. And the thing is with those orgonites, they absorb the energy of the people who make it. So yung nagka-cast ng resin. So for example, the one making the orgonite is very angry at that time. Ma-absorb yung sa resin. And it will constantly emit those vibrations. And yun din yung reason why I opted out of orgonites kasi doon ako nag-start making resin-based orgonites, which was good for my clients. Okay naman sila. Pero yun nga, in the long run, it's not good kasi hindi magiging consistent because the energy is based off how you're feeling when you made it. So makaka-affect siya dun sa mga tao. Unlike this one, the orgone mat, which is made of fabrics, na siya, fixed na yung effect na. Hindi na siya yung inconsistent.
So, grabe. I mean, the research that you have done to manifest this, it must have really took a lot of your time just to research, conceptualize, and then market it. May production ka pa, syempre, di ba? Titignan mo pa kung okay yung quality. And then, of course, you also are a mom, di ba? So, how do you keep your energy up? Parang in all of these things. Of course, you also have your clients, di ba? How do you maintain your level of energy so that you could vibrate higher?
Well, I just really do what I love. Yun yung focus ko in my daily life. And I believe in engaging in the eternal present moment. So what we do daily really affects on how we are going to create our future, so our tomorrow. Kaya what I do is really just do what I love, gardening, or it can be singing, it can be playing with my kids, um, getting in touch with my inner child, kasi if you take things too seriously, things are gonna be harder. And if you keep on thinking na, oh my gosh, ang hirap nito, and I guess a lot of people will also realize that na parang every time iniisip nila na gano'n na mahirap to, mahirap na siya talaga kahit wala pa naman. Hindi ka pa naman nagsistart. So, it's all in the mindset and really knowing how to prioritize your time. Kasi, wag din yung sobrang overwork the whole day, because I don't believe in working hard. It's more on working smart and just finding the right alignment for you. Because when you're aligned, when you're working on that alignment with your soul, whatever you do already energizes you. So kahit nakakapagod yung work ko, especially with Ascension Vortex and Orgone technology and being a mom, because I feel so aligned to this, it's easy for me to recharge myself. The funny thing is, yesterday I was thinking, sabi ko, when I don't feel good, when I feel sad or depressed or whatever, I don't feel like working. But the thing is, when I stop working and when I rest for a while, I start to feel sad, more sad. And then when I get back to work, I realize that I'm happier working. So sabi ko, that's when you realize that you really love what you do. Kasi ma-realize mo na mas masaya ka pala when you're working rather than just relaxing and just finding the balance of that.
That's I think I got my answer. Kasi most of the time naman, di ba, when we invite guests, like I invite guests for Soul Talk, usually they have a message for me as well in this particular journey. And I think that's the message that's meant for me. Natawa ako dun. To find the alignment. Yun. And to realize where I am happier. And that's really very important, even to, of course, to my community, diba? If you're hearing this right now and it touches your heart, then most probably this is also the message that's meant for you. Of course, there are messages all throughout the conversation, but be in awareness, open up your awareness so that you could actually pick up the messages that's in particular special talaga para sa iyo. But thank you for sharing that. Hindi madali. Well, ito na naman ako sinasabi ko. My wordings. Not everyone would find it easy to find that alignment. And here you are talking about it. Is it possible for you to share or elaborate more on, in your case, how were you able to find that alignment?
Just really trusting what makes me happy and what resonates with my soul. And the thing is, a lot of people are conditioned to follow, what their parents would like them to be, or what society dictates them to be, or what's the trend right now, ano yung successful business right now. And a lot of people think of aligning themselves based on what works for others. And yun yung pinaka easiest way to lose yourself. So what you really have to do is to do what resonates with you. Kasi each of us are unique individuals. And as children of God, we are all fractals and different expressions of God himself. So kailangan natin i-honor kung ano man yun. Because what excites us, what resonates with our soul, will not resonate with other people. And we have to accept that. Don't judge yourself or don't think that it's wrong just because other people don't agree with you. Tapos kasi people think that money is the motivation, or yung profits is the motivation, but it's not. if that's your motivation, it can only take you as far as the money goes. Pero yung fulfillment, yung happiness, yung peace that your work gives you is based off the alignment and how it resonates with you. So long term, if you're just working for money, you're gonna be burnt out. Hindi siya, it's not something that you would want to do for the rest of your life. And if it's coming from something deeper within you, it's more on service and passion and the love of what you really do, then you will find it easier to continue doing it despite whatever challenge that you may face. And then you will just naturally attract the abundance. Kasi kung pinipilit natin yung mga bagay na hindi naman tayo aligned, we will just encounter a lot of roadblocks, and until eventually we realize that we just have to listen to what resonates with us.
It makes I'm reminded of the people who have not found their passion or their calling yet. And kasi I also have counselees rin naman eh. If you're in that phase, perhaps the work that you're doing, the job that you're doing right now, it's also something that you could use as a platform to explore and, find what it is that would ignite your heart. Everything naman has a reason eh. Pero syempre, the most ideal when you have already discovered yourself, like what Leshara has shared, it's money is already, it will just come. Parang yung focus mo is on, what really brings out the heart inside of you. And of course, getting to know yourself in a deeper, more intimate way. And for me, that's the growth. Actually, I've seen it in Leshara. Kasi nga, di ba, I've met her several years ago when she was just starting. And right now, I was like, oh my God, she has really, really grown so much. But may I ask you, what do you think are the major changes or the major lessons that, really had an impact in you that made you who you are right now, that shaped your person, your character right now?
Well, in the last 5 years since I met you, there has been a lot of changes and shifts in my personal life. So, a lot of redirections, relationships, family, and I don't want to go into the details of it, pero I had to let go of a lot of people, situations, and things that were not really giving me joy anymore. So I think for people who want to be in alignment, that's the most challenging part, because we have been so attached to who we were and the life that we lived before, because we have been comfortable already. Kumbaga, ayaw na natin mag-create because we are starting again from something unknown. And when we start from the unknown, if we lack faith, mahihirapan tayong makita kung ano man yung magiging next na yung growth na pwede nating ma-achieve because of the changes. And our ego really clings to things that that are security blankets for us. So kailangan natin ma-determine kung ano ba yung mga tao, situations, and things na kailangan na natin i-let go. So that includes yung mga trabaho na hindi na align sa atin, kung hindi ka masaya sa trabaho mo, relationships na hindi na nagpapasaya sa atin, and other things that don't give us joy anymore. Because the main point of this is to really find your bliss and your joy. Kasi kung saan tayo masaya, saan tayo comfortable, that is when we grow. Diba? Kasi if we don't release ourselves from the confines of who we were before, we can't create who we are meant to be.
That's beautifully said. Ano yun eh, it's really a journey. It's really a journey, and I can relate to attachments. Parang, I also, well, now that's a different, that's a different talk naman. But then, yes, it's true that there are a lot of attachments, but then you really have to discern what would truly, truly make you happy, and just have faith with how to let and how to release. Um, but definitely, of course, everything has a huge influence in terms of our evolution as a person. And well, thank you for sharing that, Leshara. Parang when you speak, it reminds me of a teacher as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oo, pero right now, kasi you mentioned earlier that you're really focused in what's the term that you use? The eternal now, or is that the ever present now?
Eternal present moment.
Ano
Eternal
ulit sa
present moment.
eternal present moment?
Mhm.
Could you share more on that? It's different pa ata from mindfulness, kasi 'di ba mindfulness is, being in the present moment all the time, but then you're using a different mix of words. Perhaps there's a different um, definition that you could share about it.
It's also connected with mindfulness in a way, but we say the eternal present moment because the present moment is really what exists right now. Yun lang. The past is gone, the future is not yet here, and that is why we only create the future based on the present moment. And kung ngayon natatakot ka, ang dami mong dense energies, ang dami mong mga fears and all that, then you are just creating more events in your life that are of the same vibration, of the same frequency. So what we need to really master is to be here in the present moment. Like you said, sa mindfulness, diba? Mindfulness is the awareness of where we
Yes.
are, of the things we have, of the people we are with, and it really relates to that kasi it teaches you how to be grateful for the present moment. And when you are grateful in the present moment, and you're happy in the present moment, when you feel sovereign in the present moment, when you feel powerful, independent in the present moment, then you are creating more of that. Because nothing really exists beyond what is happening right now. For example, we're speaking with each other right now, then I have to bring my full awareness to you and what we are talking about. Kasi that is when we are fully experiencing life. Kasi kapag may iba tayong inisip, like kunyari, inisip ko na anong lulutuin ko mamaya, or inisip ko yung son ko in the other room, then I won't be really focused on the messages that I want to bring here in this talk. So yun, it's very important because mastering the eternal present moment means mastering who you are in each moment and just observing your thoughts, observing your feelings, and mastering whatever you have to master in each moment. So yung mga challenges or lessons, I wouldn't say that there are just specific ones. I would like to see life as a continuous learning process in the present moment. Because every present moment, there is something to learn.
I super agree with that. And I love how you connected the present moment to actually your future. But because whatever is happening in the present moment, it's already an indication of whatever is going to happen in the future. Which a lot of people do not realize. But thank you for bringing that up. Are there other things that you'd want to do? Or are you already, do you feel that this is already it? This is already the kind of life that you are called to live? Or meron pa bang iba dyan na may gagampanan ka pa?
Well, there are still a lot of things, of course, that I would like to do. Actually, I want to relax more. Just kasi if not for being a mother, my type of personality is I'm very laid back. Hindi ako yung type na go-getter talaga dati. And it's just because of my family that I ignited this spirit of being a go-getter and doing all these things. And people really see me as doing a lot of things all the time. So yun yung usual perception ng mga tao sa akin. But I'm very laid back. And if given a choice, of course, I just want to experience nature, just relaxing and just being in the present moment, like I said, kasi this is how we enjoy life fullest.
Oo. Pero I think your children, your family is there to also help you evolve pa.
Yes, of course talaga. And they're pushing me. And I'm very grateful for that. Kasi like I said, if not for them, I wouldn't be able to do all these things. And they have been my inspiration from day one.
So that's also an important ingredient to find that inspiration.
Yes, parang everything that I do is given more meaning because of them.
That's beautiful. As we end this conversation, could you share a special message? Because you yourself have said that normally chill ka lang naman talaga. You just want to enjoy it, observe nature, enjoy it, diba? But then here you are achieving so many things in life, helping so many people, and yet you are happy and at peace pa rin, diba? Could you share how people could also transition to having that mindset of achieving or on being more successful in their endeavors and just pursuing a lot of opportunities that life has to offer? How do you shift that, or how do you encourage people to have that kind of attitude, that kind of mindset? Because at the end of the day, we're living in the mental physical world, and we also have to ground. But how do you do it with ease, given that naturally, ka naman, chill ka lang, ganon?
On how to be more at peace, to be able to be more happy in life, I guess the best thing is to just accept what is, and finding the balance of accepting what is and also knowing that you are sovereign and you can create your life. Because a lot of people have given away their power. They feel that they cannot create. They feel powerless in creating their life. But you just have to remember that whatever it is that you are experiencing is because of what is within you and your own consciousness. And so I wouldn't really like to say that I am fully at peace all the time, because I'm still human. And like I said, it is through the eternal present moment that we begin to master this. We are able to master this because of the repetition ng araw-araw na balancing our mental health, balancing our physical health, our spiritual health, and emotional health. So those are the four main aspects of the human life, and we have to find the balance in all of those to be able to function well. Kasi kahit yung isa doon masira or isa doon hindi masyadong okay, we won't be able to function well in our daily life. So finding the balance in all of those will really help us push through any challenge or push through whatever difficulty, because we're not here to have a good life. People are mistaken to think that we are here just to experience pleasure and happiness. No, we are here to learn. That is the most important thing. And we don't learn without pain. We don't learn without frustration or sadness. And that's why we need to embrace what is, accept what is, what we are feeling, accept what others are thinking, accept how other people are. Just let go of control. Don't control things, but also find the balance of knowing that whatever you think, you act, you say, you think, you believe are creating your reality based on the present moment. So balik lang tayo lagi. Kung ano yung nangyayari sa present moment, yung iniisip natin, ginagawa natin, that's the guide for you on how to see where your life is heading.
Yes, we're here to learn and to evolve. Pero sobrang blessing if you're learning and still being happy and enjoying life. So maganda ipagsabay yon.
Yes. Kasi talaga, if we label something as good or bad, there's not really a good experience or a bad experience. They're just experiences in general. And these experiences are bringing learnings for our personal evolution.
Thank you so much for your time and sharing all these wonderful wisdom that you have gained in your journey. I know that of course meron din talagang mga moments na my goodness, 'di ba? Pero we just have to go back to in shifting kung ano yung mga kailangan na matutunan. And you know, thank you so much for sharing that. And of course, I'll share your details, of course, to those who are watching, especially those who are part of my community. Of course, for the favored ones, I hope that you have gained, wisdom and value out of this conversation. And I'll give you Leshara's contact details. Mabilis lang siya makontak sa Facebook. She's always, she's online most of the time. So I'll give her contact details. Would you want to share or at least to plug kung ano yung recent activities that you are, upcoming activities that you have?
Oh, yes. So for this month, I'm going to be hosting a manifestation and candle magic class. That's an online class. You can sign up for that. And then for my other online classes, kasi meron akong mga online modules that are readily available. They're in ascensionvortex.com. So you can just visit my website. Again, ascensionvortex.com. You can book a session there, a private session. You can see all the services, the rates, and all the classes. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I also have a Facebook page. It's Ascension Vortex PH, and then Orgone Technology.
Yeah, I'll share that to those to my community when I post about this conversation. Once again, thank you so much. And of course, for the favored ones, remember that you are highly favored and blessed. Of course, I wish you all well. I during these times, let's pray. Let's just pray and relax lang. God bless everyone. Thank you again, Leshara. Appreciate. Super grateful for your time with us here.
Thank you so much.